We will start within 5 minutes. Let the other students join. Okay, so we will continue with the problem. Okay. So first of all, okay. Okay, so we were dealing with the numerical. Now we will continue that. So we have calculated area, then we have calculated Z also. Stressing force is already given 1200 kilonewton. Okay. So first we will design it by the stress concept. First we will solve the problem by stress concept. So stress concept. Okay, so now dead load of the beam. First we will calculate dead load of beam. They have not mentioned anything. They have just told us a point load of 180 kilonewton is acting. So that is our imposed load. We can take it as a live load. But what about the dead load? They have not mentioned anything about the self weight of the beam. Okay, inclusive, exclusive, nothing is given. So we have to consider that dead load of beam. So we can calculate that as 0.4 into 0.6 into 25. What is the value? Calculate it. 6. Okay. So it is 6 kilonewton per meter. This is the dead load. Now calculate the bending moment. So we have to calculate the bending moment due to dead load and due to live load also. Okay. So bending moment due to dead load. We call this as MD, which is equal to. It is now dead load is UDL. So it is WL square by 8. So it is 6 into 6 square, span is 6 meter divided by 8. What is the answer? $27. Okay. 27 kilonewton meter. Then we will calculate the bending moment due to live load. Okay, that is ML. So which is point load is given. So it is WAB by L. It is acting at the center. So what is the magnitude? 180 kilonewton. So it is 180 into 3 divided by 6. So do the calculation. One 27. Okay. So it is 270 kilonewton meter. So now total bending moment. Total bending moment M is equal to, it is your MD dead load plus live load, which is equal to 27 plus 270, which is equal to 97. So it is 297 kilonewton meter. Please check the calculation.
$297.
Okay. So now in the numerical, you understand this. In the numerical, suppose this is our beam and this is the neutral axis. They have given us the bent tendon. So bent tendon means it is having 0 eccentricity at neutral axis. At center, it is 140 eccentricity. It is having 140 eccentricity. So this type of tendon is given. Okay. And we are analyzing it for the midspan section. Now at the midspan, if you look at the forces, at midspan at this level, if you look the force, P force, so it will try to uplift. Okay, if you rotate the P force above the neutral axis, here you can see, this is the line where the P force is acting. So if you rotate this P force above the neutral axis, if you rotate this P force above the neutral axis, then it is of hogging shape. Okay, so then tension will be at top, compression is at the bottom. So P by Z term, it will be minus plus. P by Z term will be minus plus. The eccentricity, stress due to eccentricity, I'm talking about. And if you consider the dead load and live load, now if you consider the load, so 180 kilonewton load is acting over here. This is the load of 180 kilonewton. Okay. Then here UDL is also acting. That is your dead load. Here it is UDL is also there. And this UDL is of 6 kilonewton per meter. So now if you consider these two loads, due to these two downward loads, it will be sagging will be there due to the downward loads. If the load is acting vertically downward, you know that you have calculated the bending moments also. So at that time, when the sagging is there, your compression is at top and tension is at bottom. So M by Z is plus minus. Okay. So here if I write the equation, then it will be P by A, PE by Z for the stress concept and M by Z. Three terms are there with me. Okay. समझून गया. For stress concept, three terms are there. P by A, PE by Z and M by Z. Okay. So M by Z, sometimes if they told us to take separately live load and dead load, then we take MD by Z and ML by Z. Okay. But now here you can see PE, so stress due to eccentricity. So at this level your stressing force is there. Okay. So if I show the force, it is at this level, your force is there. The level of force is this. Here. Okay. Now if I rotate that force, if I rotate it about this axis, it will rotate like this. Okay. And it will try to uplift your neutral axis. So if it is try to uplift the neutral axis, then the shape will be hogging shape. So hogging means at top it is tension, at bottom it is compression. So it is minus plus PE by Z. This is the question of PE by Z is solved now. Now we are thinking about M by Z. Now if you see this load 180 kilonewton and 6 kilonewton per meter, these are acting vertically downwards. So this is the beam and load is acting vertically downwards. So now this is the beam and load is acting downwards. So due to this load, it will sag like this. So initially, which is straight, it will sag. Okay. So the compression is at top and tension is at bottom. This is the extreme stress. Okay. So this is for your understanding purpose. I have drawn this. Okay. So this step, it is not mandatory in the exam if it is offline. Okay. So now moving further, extreme stresses. Extreme stresses is equal to P by A minus plus PE by Z plus minus M by Z. Just put the values. 1200 into 10 raised to 3 divided by area. It was 2.4 into 10 raised to 5 minus plus P 1200 into 10 raised to 3 into eccentricity 140 divided by Z 2.4 into 10 raised to 7 plus minus M by Z. M is 297 into 10 raised to 6 divided by Z again 2.4 into 10 raised to 7. Okay. Now solve each bracket and let me know the values. Solve each bracket. Okay. This is our first term. This corresponds to P by A. Second term, this corresponds to PE by Z. And third term, this corresponds to M by Z. Let me know the values. 5. Okay, so first bracket is 5. 5 minus plus. Second,
7.
7. Okay, and third,
12.37.
12.4 near about. Okay, so now we will calculate, take the extreme stresses at top and bottom. So extreme stresses at top. So if we think about top, sigma T, so it will be 5 minus 7 plus 12.4. Do the calculation, let me know the answer. And at bottom sigma B is equal to, it is 5 plus 7 minus 12.4. So at top it is 10.4. Okay, Newton per mm square. And at bottom minus 0.4. Minus 0.4. So I will give you 5 minutes to draw the diagram of this. Draw the diagram of this. Here at the bottom, you should show that the every time I drawn that diagram, that you have to refer is cross section will be there, then direct stress diagram, P by Z diagram, M by Z diagram, and total diagram. It should be there. Okay. So I will give you 5 minutes to draw all these 4 diagrams. You draw it. Yes. If it is over, let me know in the chat. So I hope now you have completed the diagram. So the next thing is same problem. Now you see the stresses at top it is 10.4, at bottom it is minus 0.4. So same problem we are going to solve it by this strength concept, okay, or pressure line concept. So strength concept, okay. So first we will calculate the shift. Shift A is equal to, what is the bending moment we have calculated? 290. So I will write the formula first. Shift A is equal to, it is M upon P. So M is 297 point, no, exactly 297 into 10 raised to 6 divided by pre-stressing force 1200 into 10 raised to 3. Let me know the answer. What is the answer? What is the answer of this?
247.5.
Okay, 247.5 mm. Now this is the shift. So from P line, your C line is at a distance of 247.5. Okay. So from P line, your neutral axis, what is the distance of your neutral axis from P line? Eccentricity is given to you, no? What is the eccentricity? 140 mm. So now here the distance is 247. So this your C line will lie above the neutral axis. Okay. नसलं समजलं तर एकदा डायग्राम काढून दाखवतो बघा. So in the diagram, now this is your beam. Here it is the neutral axis. Now the tendon which is given to you is the bent tendon. This is the bent tendon. Okay. So initially, we assume that the line is here. C line is here at the bottom. See here at this point, at maximum eccentricity point. This eccentricity, it is given as this eccentricity. This is 140 mm. Okay. So initially we assume that our C line here it is horizontal. Okay, here it is our C line before the application of the load. Now after applying the load, it is getting shifted to a distance of how much? 247.5. So 247.5 म्हणजे 140 पेक्षा जास्त असणारे distance. It is greater than 140. So your C line will be somewhere here. If I draw the line, then your C line may be somewhere here. This is your C line. Okay. And what is the distance? The distance from here, this total distance, this is 247.5. Okay. So this is E eccentricity 140, A is 247.5. So this remaining distance, the eccentricity of C line from the neutral axis, this E dash will be how much? 247.5 minus 140. A total manne evada minus kara. Okay. So here I will write eccentricity of C line E dash is equal to. So the eccentricity of C line E dash is equal to how much it is? It is 247.5 minus 140. How much it is?
107.5.
107.5 m. Okay. Now see, your C line is at the top. So your C force is acting over here. Your C force is acting here at this level. Okay. Now if I rotate these forces about our neutral axis, so yellow is your neutral axis, yellow color axis. So if you rotate, it will rotate like this. If you rotate, it will rotate like this. So it will try to push down the neutral axis. Okay, it will try to push down the neutral axis. So your shape will be, the shape of the axis beam will be like this, sagging. Okay, so if this is the shape, then compression is at top and tension is at bottom. Okay, so now to calculate the maximum stresses, that is extreme stresses is equal to C by A is my one term and C E dash by Z is my second term. Now if I look at here at top compression, at bottom tension. So this is the case. So because our C line lies above the neutral axis. So if it is lying above the neutral axis, at top plus will be there. And if it is lying below the neutral axis, then at top minus is there. Okay. So at top it is plus, at bottom it is minus, which is equal to 1200 into 10 raised to 3. C is nothing but pre-stressing force divided by area. It is 2.4 into 10 raised to 5 plus minus 1200 into 10 raised to 3 into 107.5, your E dash, divided by Z is 2.4 into 10 raised to 7. So let me know the values of both the brackets. For first bracket, you have already calculated 5 and then plus minus
5.37.
5.37. So 5.437. So I have taken it is 5.4. For 5.37 also it is okay. So at top sigma T, it is 5 plus 5.4. 5 plus 5, 10. So it is 10.4 MPa. At bottom sigma B, which is equal to 5 minus 5.4. 5 minus 5.4, how much it is?
Minus 0.4.
Minus 0.4 MPa. Okay. So this is the answer. Same answer we are getting. Okay. Stress concept also we have got the same answer. From the strength concept also we have got the same answer. Okay. Again here you have to draw the diagram. Okay. Now you know how to draw the diagram. Okay. Just 1 minute. I will close the door. There is so much noise over here. Just 1 minute. So as the admission process is going on, there is some rush in the college. Okay. So this is our, what we can say, now stress concept, strength concept. Now load balancing concept. Now we will solve it by load balancing concept. Okay. So in the load balancing concept, we calculate the upward load. Now again, if you see the diagram, so this is the diagram. This is the neutral axis. Then this is the tendon. And this eccentricity, it is 140. This is 140. Okay. Now this total span, it is 6 meter. At the top, here is point load is acting. exactly at the center above this, it is 180 kilonewton, and this half of the span, it is nothing but 3 meters. So 3 meter means what? 3000 mm. Okay, now your theta angle is situated over here. This angle is theta, this is also theta. Okay, so as we know that in the case of bent tendon, this theta angle is very, very small. So this tan theta is nearly equal to sin theta, which is nearly equal to theta. Okay, so I can write over here directly sin theta, which is nearly equal to tan theta, which is equal to, so this is theta, so opposite side upon adjacent side. So opposite side is 140 divided by adjacent side is 3000. So this 0 0 will get cancelled. 2 ने भाग घातला तर 2 7s are 14, and here it is 150. So we have got the value of sin theta as 7 by 150. Don't calculate the value of theta. Theta value is not required for us. We require the value of sin theta only. Okay. So now the upward load transmitted by the tendon, transmitted by the bent tendon. So upward load we are going to calculate now. Upward load, it is 2p sin theta. This already we have studied. 2p sin theta. So which is equal to 2 into p is 1200 into sin theta, it is 7 by 150. So do the calculation and let me know the answer. Okay. 112. Okay, so it is 112 kilonewton. So this is your upward load. या बेंड टेंडन मध्ये 2p sin theta असं लोड येतो. आपण सॉल्व केलं होतं, रिझॉल्व केल्यावरती अपवर्ड लोड 2p sin theta. That value is 112. So here 180 kilonewton is downward load and upward load is 112. This load is acting upward. Upward load we have calculated. Okay, 2p sin theta. And तो लोड कुणामुळे आला? Due to this bent profile tendon. Okay, due to the profile of this bent tendon. So that upward load is 112 and downward load is 180. So net load will be downward as 180 is greater. So net load will be downward load. So it is 180 minus 112. So what is the net load?
68.
68 kilonewton is the net load. Okay, so net downward load is 68 kilonewton. It is not 180, it is 68 kilonewton. Okay, now calculate both the bending moments due to this net load and due to the dead load also, and then we will calculate the total bending moment and then M by Z. Okay, so now for the load balancing concept, you know it is P by A and M by Z. Only two terms are there. Remember this. Whenever you are using stress concept, listen very carefully. This is very important. When you are using stress concept, the terms which comes into the picture are P by A is the first term, P by Z is the second term, and M by Z is the third term. Okay, these three terms will be there. When you are dealing with the strength concept or pressure line concept, then there are only two terms. First term is C by A and second term is CE dash by Z. C by A and CE dash by Z. Okay. When you are dealing with the load balancing concept, after strength concept, if you are dealing with load balancing concept, there are two terms are there. First is P by A and second is M by Z. Okay, P by A and M by Z. I hope now it is clear to you. So now here net load is 68. So I will calculate the bending moment due to dead load, which is equal to that we have already calculated now. It is WL square by 8, 6 into 6 square by 8, 27 something. Answer was there. Please check it. Okay, and then bending moment due to net load. This is our ML. Point load is there. So WAB by L, which is equal to 68 into 3 into 3 divided by 6. What is the answer?
102.
102. So total bending moment M is equal to, it is 27 plus 102, which is 129 kilonewton meter. 129 kilonewton meter. Okay. So now the extreme stresses. The extreme stresses is equal to P by A M by Z. Now how to decide M by Z is plus or minus? म्हणजे plus minus असणारच आहे, but where to give plus and where to give minus? How we are deciding? So again come here, see here, what is your net load? What is your net load? So your net load is 68 kilonewton, and this net load is moving downward because 180 is greater than 112. So this is downward. But downward load म्हणजे कसं? Your beam is like this, and if the load is applied downward, then it will sag. अशी जी आहे ती beam काय होणार? Sag होणार आहे अशी. Okay. So compression is at top and tension is at bottom. Okay. So compression is at top. So at top it is plus, tension is at bottom. So bottom it is minus. Okay. Now put the values. Put the values so that you will get the answer. So it is 1200 into 10 raised to 3 divided by 2.4 into 10 raised to 5 plus minus M by Z. M, what is the answer? 129. 129 into 10 raised to 6 divided by 2.4 into 10 raised to 7. Solve the brackets separately. Let me know the values of brackets. हे तर 5 आहे पहिल्यापासून माहितीच आहे. Then plus minus how much?
$5.4.
5.4. Okay, so at top is equal to 5 plus 5.4, which is equal to 10.4 MPa, and at bottom 5 minus 5.4, which is minus 0.4 MPa. Okay, so see the problem we have solved by using all the three methods. Okay, please read again the problem. I will give you 2 to 3 minutes. Please read again the problem and see how we have solved by using all these three methods, and then we will move forward. Once you have seen whole problem, if any doubt is there, please ask me. Otherwise, let me know. We will move forward for the next numerator. Okay, have you seen the numerical by all the three methods? Any doubt in any sign convention, plus, minus, anything else? If you want, you can ask now. This is a single problem which we have solved by using all the three methods. This concept you have to apply for each and every problem. These concepts, whatever we have studied over here. This is the last part of this unit we are going through. Is it clear to you? Or something you want that I should explain it once again? That something, if you don't understand, let me know from this numerical. Here, this is the load balancing concept. By using that, we have got the same answer. Then this is by strength concept. From that also, we have got the same answer. Okay. Then from stress concept, that also answer is also matching stress concept. Okay. While using that concept, I have explained you the signs plus minus minus club plus आणि कधी घ्यायचं ते. Okay. Still, if you are having any doubt in this, you can ask me. Still, I will give you 1 minute. Go through everything and let me know. All of you, have you understood the problem? Have you understood this by all three methods? Okay. So now I have got one reply, yes. So now we will move to the next numerical. So the next numerical is, now you have to solve this problem. Okay. So I will give it to you. You have to solve it here right now. Okay. The figure shows pre-stressed concrete beam, pre-stressed concrete beam provided with a tendon having parabolic profile. Full stop. If the total external load if the total external load on beam is 35 kilonewton per meter on full span, calculate the extreme stresses for midspan section first up, the tendon carries a pre-stressing force of 1000 kilonewton. The diagram is given to you. I will draw the diagram. This is the pre-stressing beam. This is the cross section. The neutral axis. This is the tendon, which is of parabolic profile. So I have not drawn it correctly parabola, but it is parabolic in nature. Parabolic profile is there. Then the pre-stressing force is 1000 kilonewton. So here it is the stressing force. It is 1000 kilonewton. And you have to solve it by all the three methods, stress, strength, and load balancing. Then this eccentricity at the center, maximum eccentricity, this is given as E is equal to 100 mm. And then this is 400 mm. This is 600 mm. 400 mm. This is 600 mm. Okay, and total span is also given. Total span is 6 meter. Okay, this total span is 6 meter. Okay, this is the given diagram, and a load of this load, which is totally acting on the beam, this is 35 kilonewton per meter. So this is the given problem. 5 minutes are given to you. Solve it by stress concept first. Let me know the answer. Then I will tell you to continue further or not. First, solve this by using the stress concept. And let me know the answer. You are having 5 minutes to solve this with the stress concept. Okay, so first of all, we will calculate the area. Area A is equal to, it is 400 by 600. So it is 2.4 into 10 raised to 5 mm square. This is the area. Then we will calculate the value of Z. It is again BD square by 6, which is equal to 400 into 600 square divided by 6. This is again 2.4 into 10 raised to 7 mm cube. Okay, these two values we have calculated. Now here you can use the stress concept. So the extreme stress, first I will give you here the heading, stress concept. Stress concept. Okay. So by using the stress concept now, extreme stresses is equal to, it is P by A will be one of the term, eccentricity is there, so P by Z is one term and M by Z is one. Okay. Now the question is there, where to give plus minus and where to give minus plus. Now again come to your original diagram. Here you can see, now when you talk about PE by Z, when you talk about PE by Z, you can see that this is your P line, tendon line is here. Okay, so here your stressing force P will be present. So suppose now that stressing force is present on the tendon like this, here. Okay, like this. So if you see, if you rotate it about the neutral axis, it will try to uplift the neutral axis. Uplift means what? Hugging shape. Tension is at top, compression is at bottom. So here tension is at top, compression is at bottom. Then think about M by Z. So again, if you think about M by Z, go to the same diagram. Now forget about this. Okay. Okay. So now think about this load. Now this is the beam. Okay, this is the beam, and the load is acting like this. Here you can see. Load is acting like this. This is the beam, load is acting like this. This is the UDL, which is acting throughout the span. So due to this downward load, it will sag like this. So compression is at top and tension is at bottom. So compression is at top, tension is at bottom. Okay, compression is at top, tension is at bottom. Now just put the values, which is equal to P by A. So what is the value of P given? 1000. 1000 into 10 raised to 3 divided by area minus plus 1000 into 10 raised to 3 into eccentricity E is 100 divided by Z again 2.4 into 10 raised to 7, then plus minus M by Z. M is the bending moment. So it is, what is the bending moment over here? Do we have calculated the bending moment? It is WL square by 8, no? Bending moment. We have not calculated M yet. So calculate the bending moment. 35 into 6 square divided by 8. UDL is there now of 35 kilonewton per meter. So calculate the bending moment here. M is equal to, it is WL square by 8, which is equal to 35 into 6 square divided by 8. So therefore M is equal to, how much it is?
157.5.
Okay, 157.5 kilonewton meter. So use that value over here, 157.5 into 10 raised to 6. This is the value of M. Divided by Z, it is 2.4 into 10 raised to 7. Now solve this, so you will get the stress. Stress at top and stress at bottom. So stress at top. किती आली values?
4.17.
4.17. Next.
4.17.
4.17 and M by Z?
6.56.
6.56. So here at top, this is minus, this is plus. So at top it will be 6.56 MPa. And at bottom, stress at bottom. This is your sigma T and this is your sigma B notation, which is equal to again 4.17 plus 4.17 minus 6.56. So what is the answer?
Plus 1.78.
1.78 Newton per mm. So these are the final stresses. These are the final stresses by using the stress concept. Now same we will achieve by using the strength concept. So next, strength concept. Strength concept. So now in the strength concept, you know that we need to calculate the shift first. So we will calculate the shift. Shift A is equal to, it is M upon P. M is 157.5 into 10 raised to 6 divided by, what was the value of P? 1000. So 1000 into 10 raised to 3. What is the answer?
$157.5.
157.5 mm. So this is the shift. Means where your C line will be, above the neutral axis or below the neutral axis? The shift of C line from P line, म्हणजे P line पासून तुमचं C line चे जे distance आहे, that is 157.5 for midspan. All these calculations are going for the midspan section. So where you think that it is lying above the neutral axis or below the neutral axis?
Above the neutral axis.
Definitely it is lying above the neutral axis. Those who have not understanding, I will just draw the lines, try to understand. These lines are inside the beam. So now suppose this is your neutral axis. Now I'm not going to draw that box and that thing. This is the neutral axis. Okay. Now if I draw the tendon, how is your tendon profile? It is parabolic. Okay. So now I draw the tendon. So this way. This is your tendon profile. Correct? This is your tendon profile. So here I will say that parabolic profile. Parabolic profile. And now this is the neutral axis. What is the maximum eccentricity? So that eccentricity is from this point. It is 100 mm. E is equal to 100 mm at center. Okay, that diagram I have not drawn properly. I will draw it once again. So here it should be maximum at the center and then it will go into 0. Okay, so now, okay, so this is the parabolic profile E 100 mm. Now from this point, from this point, your C line is shifted and that line is shifted by a distance of 157. मग इथून न्यूट्रल ऍक्सिसचा डिस्टन्स किती आहे 100 आहे पण शिफ्ट किती झाली आहे 157. So your C line will be somewhere above the neutral axis, somewhere here above the neutral axis, somewhere here, and this is your C line. This line is your C line, and this shift, that is this total distance from this point. Now if I take this total distance from this point, okay, so this is shift, that is A is equal to 157.5. Okay, and now this distance is E dash from this point to this point. This distance, that is the eccentricity of C line from neutral axis, is nothing but E dash, and that E dash will be, if this total is 157.5, out of which eccentricity is 100, so E dash will be 57.5. Okay, so here eccentricity of C line. Hey, आपण position का काढतो? Now we are having two terms, C by A and C E dash by Z. If your C line is above the neutral axis, so at top plus sign will be there, at bottom minus sign will be there. And if your C line is below the neutral axis, then at top minus sign should be given. Okay, म्हणजे टॉप लक्षात ठेवा, टॉपलाच बघायचं. न्यूट्रल ऍक्सिसच्या वर जर सी लाईन गेली तर टॉपला प्लस द्यायचं, म्हणजे बॉटमला ऑटोमॅटिक मायनस आलं. आणि जर सी लाईन तुमची न्यूट्रल ऍक्सिसच्या खाली असली न्यूट्रल ऍक्सिसच्या, तर टॉपला मायनस करून टाकायचं, बॉटम ऑटोमॅटिक प्लस येईल. ओके, खाली असला तर मायनस, वर गेली तर प्लस, हे लक्षात ठेवा. कुणाला? टॉपला. सो इसेंट्रिसिटी ऑफ सी लाईन, that is E dash, is equal to, it is 157.5 minus 100, which is equal to 57.5 mm. Now calculate the extreme stresses. Okay, so the extreme stresses is equal to C by A and C E dash by Z. Now if we see our case, our C line is above the neutral axis, so at top plus, then remaining is minus, so just put the values. 1000, I think 1000 into 10 raised to 3 divided by 2.4 into 10 raised to 5 plus minus 1000 into 10 raised to 3 into E dash 57.5. E dash is 57.5 divided by 2.4 into 10 raised to 7. Okay, so solve all both the brackets, you will get the value. So at top, sigma T is equal to, and at bottom, sigma B is equal to. So first, you know, it is 4.17. P by A is 4.17. We have already calculated. C dash by Z, let me know the value. At the top it is plus, at bottom it is minus. Now, what is the value of C dash by Z?
2.39.
2.39. Here it is minus 2.39. Let me know the final answers. Here it is 6.56. Math झालं का?
Yes, sir.
And 1.78. MPa. Is it clear now? Strength of concept?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So now we will go by load balancing. Now same problem, we will go by load balancing. Now load balancing concept. Load balancing concept. Okay. So in the load balancing concept, what we will do here now, see what is the difference between earlier problem and this problem. In earlier problem, point loads were given. So for the point loads, we have used 2p sin theta. But now if you see this problem, on the beam, point load is not acting. On the beam, UDL is acting. Okay, so you have to use the formula of UDL for the load balancing concept. There are two formulas in load balancing concept. First is for point load, that is the upward point load is 2p sin theta if the external point load is acting on the beam. If the external point load is not acting, only UDL is acting, then next formula, and that formula is 8pe upon L square. and that formula is 8Pe upon L square. So that formula we are going to use. So here upward load is equal to 8Pe upon L square. This is the formula, because here the UDL is given. For UDL you need to use this formula, and for point load it is 2P sin theta. For point load it is 2P sin theta. Okay. So here 8P is 1000 into 10 raised to 3 is 100 divided by L square. Span is 6 meter. Solve it. Answer please. What is the UDL? Twenty-two point 22 into 10 to the power 6. It is in Newton mm. Okay. So it is in Newton mm. So Newton mm. So we can convert it into kilonewton per meter. It is Newton per mm. So if we convert that conversion will be 10 raised to 6 will get cancelled, and it will remain it as a 22.22. Okay, 22.22 that we are going to take over here. Into 10 raised to 6, that is conversion. Here we have converted kilonewton to mm, and here only 6 we have kept. So if you write it properly now, see 8 as it is. We keep it in kilonewton, 1000. Eccentricity 100 mm, so 0.1 meter, and L is in meter, 6 square. Now calculate it. What is the UDL you are getting?
22.22.
Okay. So instead of avoiding the confusion of the conversion, you can keep it in kilonewton meter. So it is 22.22 kilonewton per meter. Okay. So this is the upward load, upward UDL. Okay. So net UDL, net downward UDL. So net downward UDL, already there is 35 kilonewton per meter downward. Then this UDL is upward UDL. So minus 22.22. How much it is?
Mm, 12.78.
12.78 kilonewton per meter, and this UDL is downward UDL. Okay, because this is upward. If you less this from this net load will be downward. Now net bending moment. Net bending moment M is equal to, it is UDL. So WL square by 8, which is equal to 12.78 into 6 square whole divided by 8. What is the answer? What is the answer? 12.78 into 6 square divided by 8. Let me know the answer of this.
$57.51.
57.51. Okay, 57.5 I will consider, and kilonewton meter. This is the net bending moment. So now the extreme stresses. Extreme stresses is equal to. Now load balancing concept. Load balancing concept मध्ये दोनच टर्म असतात, एक P by A आणि दुसरी M by Z. Okay. Now we need to decide the plus and minus. We need to decide the plus and minus. Now see, for P by A, it is always plus. Now for M by Z, now for in the case of M by Z, if you look at this UDL, so net UDL is downward. नेट लोड कसा यायला लागलेला आहे, डाऊनवर्ड यायला लागलेला आहे. म्हणजे ही जर बीम, प्रत्येक उदाहरण, ही जर बीम आहे आणि त्याच्यावरती जर लोड असा लावला, ओके, असा जर लोड लागला तर या लोडमुळे काय होणार आहे, असं सॅग होणार आहे. कारण नेट लोड तुमचा शेवटी डाऊनवर्ड येतोय. नेट लोड इज डाऊनवर्ड, इट इज 12.78 kilonewton per meter. Now suppose the net downward UDL is acting on the beam, so due to that UDL it will sag like this. So if sagging is there, then your compression is at top and tension is at bottom. So if you keep the values, put the values, it is 1000 into 10 raised to 3 divided by 2.4 into 10 raised to 5 plus minus 57.5 into 10 raised to 6 m divided by z 2.4 into 10 raised to 7. Now solve it, we will get the stresses at top. Sigma t is equal to P by A already काढलेले ना आपण 4.17 something. Okay, 4.1. Okay, now at bottom sigma b is equal to, let me know the next bracket. At top it is plus, at bottom it is minus.
2.39.
2.39. 2.39. So what is the answer? Is 6.56 Newton per mm square, and at bottom 1.78 Newton per mm square. Answers are matching or any difference is there? And even though if the difference in points it is allowed, there is no problem. If you are getting the answer by stress concept, it is 6.4, and by strength concept or load balancing concept, it is the answer is 6.5. Then also it is okay. There is no problem. Is it okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now these are the numericals which are based on this stress concept, strength concept, and load balancing concept. I have covered all the varieties. Okay, right from the start, if you see from the first numerical, so much numericals we have taken in this unit regarding this to understand the concept. Okay, so now we will move to the next unit. So I am thinking that shall we start the next unit now or in the next lecture? Okay, that is what I am thinking about. Losses of pre-stress is your next unit. Unit number 7. Next lecture. Okay. So in the next lecture, we will take that loss of pre-stress, loss of stress. So this unit is over. Now next unit will be losses in pre-stress members. Okay. So I think tomorrow we will take that losses in pre-stress members. Tomorrow Monday my lecture is there now in the afternoon. So at that time we will take these losses, and it will get over in 2 hours only. Even first 1 hour I will tell you what are the different losses occurs in pre-stress concrete, and then I will tell you the formulas. It is a very easy topic. हा जो पुढचा टॉपिक आहे हा ह्याच्यापेक्षा इझी टॉपिक आहे. सो इथं काय करायचं तुम्हाला, जस्ट ओनली द लॉस टाइप्स ऑफ लॉसेस आर देअर and some formulas are there of that losses. Just you need to put the values in the formula and you have to get the answer. And only one type of question is asked in that unit, and that type of question we will take tomorrow itself. Okay, so tomorrow don't miss the lecture. We will start the topic and also it will get end tomorrow only, because there is no variety here in the 6th unit. There is a variety, so we have covered number of problems. Okay, right from single पहिले तुम्हाला एक साक शिकवलं मी, stress concept, load balancing, then strength. We have solved single problem, and then now we have solved combined problem, one problem by all the 3 methods. Likewise, there is no variety in the next unit, which is losses in pre-stress. Okay, so tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon we will start, and I think it will get over by the within 2 hours. Okay. So now today we will stop over here. So I will take the screenshot for the attendance. Just wait. Okay, now drop your roll number into the chat box.